There are many remarkable animals in this world. But there is one that very few have ever seen. It spends its whole life above the clouds. On the plains, they know it only by its shadow and by what follows. Because wherever these shadows pass, sooner or later, it rains. This is a sky whale. She is the largest animal that has ever lived. She weighs as much as a village. Yet she will never once touch the ground. She feeds up here. She sleeps on the wind. And when she breathes out, her breath becomes cloud. A herd of sky whales, in effect, makes its own weather. Half a world below depends on it. Twice a year, they cross the planet. 4,000 miles to the feeding grounds and back. This year, for one of them, the journey is the first. In the mountains of the far south, there is a place where the wind never reaches. The herds have come here to give birth for as long as anyone can tell. Eight weeks ago, in this quiet air, a calf was born. She weighed less than one of her mother's fins. Within an hour, she could hold herself in the sky. Within a day, she was making her first clouds. First light. The old female wakes before the others. She is nearly 90. She has led this herd across the world some 40 times. Along her back, the morning's work has already begun. Skimmer birds spend their whole lives on the bodies of the whales, feeding on the mites that live among the barnacles. A single whale can carry 1,000 of them. One by one, the herd rises out of the mist. A grown sky whale leaves the ground the way a bubble leaves water. Slowly, and without any effort at all. High above the peaks, the air itself is moving, a great river of wind that circles the planet without ever touching it. The herd is being followed. Dragons. They have tracked the migration through the canyon country for 3 days, riding the same thermals, keeping their distance. A dragon is a fraction of a sky whale's size. But it is faster. It can turn inside its own wingspan. And it carries fire. A healthy adult has little to fear. Her breath is water, and a wall of mist will smother any flame. So the dragons wait. They are watching for the old, the sick, and the ones who fall behind. This old male has not been able to keep up this year. Little by little, he has fallen behind. They close the distance over an hour. For the dragons, it is not cruelty. It is a meal. One that will feed a whole clutch of young. The migration carries life to every corner of this world. One way or another. Dawn, on the second day, brings them to the Glass Mountains. The peaks catch the sunrise and hand it down, face to face, all the way to the snow. The whales pass through wearing borrowed colors. And beyond the mountains, the reason for the whole journey. Sun krill. Each one no bigger than a grain of rice. And in a single swarm, more of them than there are stars in the sky. On warm mornings they rise into the sunlight, in columns a mile high. And the sky blooms. A grown whale takes 10 tons of krill in a day, sweeping through the columns with her mouth wide, sieving the air itself. The calf tries. Most of her first mouthful escapes through the corners of her jaw. Appetites, at least, she has already mastered. And when the feeding is done, the herd gives the day's last gift. Their breath gathers into a single great cloud. And the cloud drifts away on its own journey. Down toward the dry plains, where it has been expected for months. The third day takes them low, across the waterfall country. River drakes fish these falls all summer. When the herd passes over, they stop and watch. But ahead, the sky is closing. The storm is 200 miles across. The herd cannot go around it. Gale sharks hunt the edges of weather like this. They ride the front, and they take the stragglers. The adults close in around the calves. The old female turns to face what comes. In her chest is an organ the size of a barrel. With it, she can strike a blow of pure sound. The sphere holds. The last night of the journey is the quietest. Below, the wisp bogs signal to the herd in waves of light, the way they have greeted travelers since before anyone can remember. The whales answer in song. No one knows what either side is saying. Perhaps only hello. At the moonbow, the herd slows and passes through the arch one at a time, the way herds have passed through for generations. Morning. The last pass stands open for barely an hour a day. The old female times it, as she always does, to the minute. And then the mountains open at last into the great bowl of still air, journey's end. The calf has completed her first migration. If all goes well, she can expect to make 150 more. Far below, on plains that have been dry for 7 months, the first rain of the season starts to fall. It fell because the whales crossed the world.